Hey everyone, I was asked to do a video about the difficulties of quitting drinking because I have a friend who's doing it at the moment, and she's worried about what happens when the quarantine's over and we can go out. So I did an interview with her, which you can see in another video, but I'm just gonna break it down here now, the difficulties of quitting drinking. So half of these difficulties lie, they're personal difficulties. Half of the difficulties lie with other people. Other people can often make it difficult for us because other people are often confused by it. Other people don't know how to take it. Some people get defensive. Some people don't like to hear that you don't drink. People will consistently insist that you have a drink in your hand, which is some weird sort of habit thing I realized about, that people find it uncomfortable if you're stood talking to them without a drink in your hand. So people frequently will insist on buying me a drink so they don't feel uncomfortable standing there with a drink in their hand. So these are all irritating things that you have to put up with. I mean, it's not the end of the world if someone wants to buy you a drink, but it is to me it's a little bit irritating because people don't know how to act, and that's totally fine because they're not used to it. Another difficulty is that sometimes people get a little bit hostile because they might know themselves they have a problem, and they start taking the piss out of you or making jokes and things like that about you not drinking, and really it comes down to them being worried about saying something stupid, or they feel like they're being judged, but in reality they're just judging themselves. You don't have to say, I don't even have to make any comment whatsoever, and sometimes people think they're being judged, which is just basically their fragile egos, really. The biggest and hardest thing about quitting drinking is the first step. That first step of either going to the doctor or telling yourself, I will not drink. For me, I needed to go to the doctor, and it was super helpful, and I would recommend it to anyone just because it gives you that peace of mind to know you have someone there. It also smashes your ego a bit because you stop thinking that you're the know-it-all. You stop thinking that you're not an alcoholic. You stop thinking all these things because you have to go and admit it in front of someone. And for me it was really helpful. I know maybe for some people it's not necessary, but it's a great step to take. So that's by far the hardest part. Another hard part is, for me anyway, was adjusting to going out sober. So for me, part of my reason for drinking a lot was the overactive brain. So hearing all noises, hearing all lights and sounds and everything like that. So when I went into certain bars the first few times when I was sober, it was unbearable. It was too intense. My brain was not used to that much loudness, that much noise, that much light and everything like that. It is too much. And even now, I don't like to be in really crowded bars or places like that. It's too much of a sensory overload, but I know that that's not the same for everyone. So that was something for me. Another thing was realizing who are your real friends, who are just friends with you because they like to go and party. That's a difficult one because you feel a little bit lonely at first, and some people might only have these party friends, and it's difficult to differentiate between them. So yeah, they're the main difficulties. Also, keeping yourself occupied, finding hobbies and things. For me, that's not difficult, but you have so much more spare time to do anything you want that it's great. When you're not occupying all your time drinking or thinking about drinking, you have so much more time to do great things. So yeah, these are just some of the difficulties, but really they're all very easy to overcome. If anybody else has any things they're worried about, please let me know and I'll try and answer you as soon as possible. Please subscribe to see more videos, and check out my social media at The Quest for Wisdom and my website at thequestforwisdom.com. Thanks very much. Bye.